Hello, and welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I am Marvin, and I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And I'd like to talk to you about the reality um, of what's going on out there. And I'm not going to get into specifics, but right now we're in the middle of another lockdown, and I'm fine with that. Do I agree with anything that's going on out there? It doesn't really matter. Um, my truth is my truth, and if you believe it, it's your truth, and we're both right. And that's my perspective on it. But I also want to be authentic when I speak to you about, the topics that I cover on this channel, on these videos. And today I encountered a situation where I went into a store and I had the mask on, but it wasn't fully over my nose, and I was okay with that. But the store clerk asked me to put it over my nose, and I was triggered in that moment. And that moment just reminds me that I need to really hold my own space. It's good for me to have my opinions about it, but if that's the store policy, that's the store policy, and if I choose to go into that store, then I need to abide by it. Although it's not a law, it's a mandate, but the other people in that store, I need to respect that they do believe this, and that they are in it, whether I believe it's for their greatest good or not. It's not up to me. They're living their experience, and I'm having mine. So if I choose not to have that experience, then I have to choose not to go to that store, or any store for that matter. But I have to be realistic too, and can't have that expectation either, because we do need food, we do need to buy clothing. This is the world we're living in, and I thought that I was good with it, that I can hold loving space, and I was beyond all those triggers. But it just shows me, and it shows you, that we're still human beings on this planet, and we're going to have those triggers, and when they come up, it's to deal with them. It's not to to dismiss them and say, well, it happened, and yeah, it happened, and it's okay that it did happen, and I'm okay with it. I accept that it happened, and I accept that it was an experience, and I chose to experience it, and but it wasn't that young lady's experience. I gave her an experience that she didn't need to have. It was my experience. So that's the lesson I take away from this, is that in holding loving space for everybody, I really have to hold loving space for all of everybody, whether I agree with what they're doing or what they're saying or not. That doesn't need to come into it, and when it does, it means that there's something within me that I'm projecting outward, that I need to take a deeper look at. And that's why I was compelled to make this video, because I really want to share my authentic truth, and that I'm still learning, and there's experiences out there that I'm going to have, and I can choose to have, I can choose not to have. But if I choose to have them, then I have to keep my intentions clear, not project whatever's going on inside me onto anybody else, and to hold respect for those people, individuals around me, and hold unconditional love with them, with no judgment of what they're thinking, how they're acting, how they're behaving. It doesn't matter. Those are the experiences they choose to have. So I'm okay with what happened today. In that moment, I chose that experience because I did choose to say that I didn't believe what she believed, which is my truth, but it doesn't have to necessarily be hers, so I don't need to project that onto her. So I'm glad that it happened. I'm sharing it with you because it continues to happen, and it's going to continue to happen. It's how you deal with the situation in that moment and beyond that really makes you the person that you need to be, that you should be, recognizing that we need to respect other people as well. We're not. It's selfish of me to think that I need to tell everybody that my view on this situation. It's none of their business. It's my business. So, and the people that want to hear my business, I will share it with, and those that don't, I don't need to, and I don't need to know And I'm okay with that. And you need to be okay with that too. People have differing views and they're having different experiences, so respect their experiences. Don't have to agree with them, but you don't have to get into it with them either, because that lowers your vibration. So I choose to keep my frequency high. I came out here to ground, to reset myself. I'm going to do some inner work a little bit later just to figure out what this was, and if there's anything that I need to do to further, bring myself to a higher perspective and to practice what I teach. So I hope you have an amazing day, because I intend to, and I am having an amazing day, and I told the young lady to have an amazing day, and I meant it, and I mean it. So thank you for listening. Take care.